Live on YouTube right now. We will start with the category Best Media Innovation, Events or Experiential Marketing. And first presentation will be from Cadbury Dairy Milk.
Hi, can you hear me? Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
And your screen is in presenter mode. We can see your notes and all.
All right, let me.
Also, you haven't shared the sound of your screen.
I think this is fine now, right?
No, still we can see the notes and all.
Okay. So sorry.
Yeah, now it's fine. Again, it's going back to the notes.
What is happening?
You can just stop sharing. Yeah, now you can start sharing again.
Can you still see my notes?
Yes.
Okay.
Would you like to go ahead with as a next presenter?
Yes.
We'll go ahead with the next presentation. You can sort this out.
Yeah. So sorry for this.
Not to worry. Next presentation, Airtel Xstream Premium.
Let me know once my screen is visible.
Yes.
Hope my screen is visible in the full view.
Yes, only a plain white screen. Are you ready?
Yes. Can we start now?
Yes. Your time starts now. All the best.
Good afternoon, jury members. My name is Bharat Singh, and in next 7 minutes, I will take you through how we disrupted the OTT experience with Airtel Xstream Premium in 2022. With 50 plus OTT players in the country, consumers were spoiled for choices. They hated the process of deciding what and where to watch. While these OTT apps assured entertainment, they were not able to replicate the marvel and grandeur of multiplex screening. Airtel was launching its new OTT platform in this cluttered market, and therefore, to establish the product supremacy and differentiation, we needed to drive talkability and increase conversation share in the OTT ecosystem, and drive category leadership by rekindling the imagination of content lovers and OTT bingers. Airtel embarked on a groundbreaking journey, creating the world's first on-demand multiplex in the metaverse, Metaplex. Metaplex enabled content lovers to experience the best of two rival worlds of OTT and cinemas, anytime, anywhere. This was the first time OTT content debuted in the box office. Gamifying content discovery, we enabled 3D map and landscape for easy navigations through the Metaplex promenade and the lobby. We enabled 20 plus screen with on-demand content aggregated by the partner OTTs with complete freedom to sequence and schedule the shows according to their choice. There was 10,000 hours of content syndications available for users to sample. We also gave users a complete freedom to gamify and control their user journey with 50 plus avatar customization. Another interesting feature, we enabled content lovers to consume content with their peer groups using a community immersion mod. And that's not all. We added an experiential commerce layer that reduced the consumer purchase journey by 50%. We simplified the cumbersome content discovery journey and converted it into an entertainment therapy, giving you the tour of Metaplex.
In 2022, Airtel, a local streaming platform in India, made history, creating the world's first cinema multiplex in the Metaverse, signing up 5 million subscribers in just 2 weeks. Welcome to the Airtel Xstream Metaplex. Streaming is transforming entertainment, and nowhere more so than in India, where the audience has hit 400 million. We help solve people's pain points in the streaming journey, giving them original content with cinema-style glamour, allowing visitors to binge-watch in a cinema environment, and letting them turn streaming into a social experience. Our multi-screen solution reduced the historically overwhelming choice. It even came with kiosks and virtual popcorn. Customers could build their own avatar with 75 options based on skin, hair, attire, makeup, footwear, and fashion accessories. The Metaplex also served as the default landing experience for all paid marketing, creating an opportunity to sample before subscribing. With 70 million rupees of earned media coverage within 24 hours of launch, we drove more than 5 million Metaplex visits within the first 2 weeks of launch, with each visitor spending around 30 to 40 minutes watching our screens. Our platform became the country's fastest growing streaming service, and people shared their love of the platform across social channels. The Metaplex continues to grow to new and unprecedented levels, and is today being used by Bollywood to trail upcoming movies and documentaries. Welcome to the future.
So with the Metaplex, we disrupted the OTT experience economy in entirety. The ocean of sameness, we had a perceivable differentiation. The pain of finding was converted to pleasure of discovery. The solo indulgence to solo plus group immersion. Subscription and stream model was changed to sample and subscribe. And the last, simple catch-up was translated to be the first one to watch and have the brag value. This innovations not only won the hearts and minds, but also won businesses. We delivered 40 plus million social engagement and views through this innovation. Visitors spent an average of 30 to 40 minutes in the Metaplex. Our innovation garnered media worth of $1 million. We achieved 20 plus million Metaplex visits from mobile and PC till date. 100 million plus consumer reached through this innovation. While taking you through the business result, the organic install increased by 20%. 2 million plus subscriptions sold within the first few weeks and 30% increase in overall subscription sales from the pre-campaign period. This innovative concept not only resonated with the content lovers, but also caught the attention of Bollywood production houses and independent creators and artists for premiering their upcoming trailers, movies, and documentaries in the later half of 22 and 23. With Airtel Metaplex, we not only rewrote the rule of entertainment, but also got the multiplex OTT experience at the fingertip of every Indian.
Last minute.
Thank you so much, Ziri. This is it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm ready.
Thank
Can
you.
you go next?
Next presentation is Cadbury Dairy Milk.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Sure. Can I start?
Yes, you can start now.
Good afternoon, esteemed jury members. Before I begin with the presentation, I would like to start by sparking a thought. In most cases, our house helps are around during our happy moments, whether they are birthday celebrations, Diwali parties, get together to celebrate small achievements, they're always a part of it. But are we really a part of theirs? I mean, when it's your house help's birthday, or as simple as when she shares the news of her daughter passing her board exams, do we really delve into the conversation and show them that we genuinely care? In this self centered world, our everyday heroes are often unacknowledged, and so do their happy moments. Cadbury Dairy Milk, a brand synonymous with generosity, always aimed to create a more inclusive space full of kindness and happiness. It was time for CDM to take a step forward in the space of generosity, and hence was born our new communication, Happy for You, with the mission to make people participate in the happiness of those who are less fortunate than us. We started by launching a heart-touching campaign video, setting the stage for people to look beyond their egoistic entitlements and be a part of someone else's happiness. Here's a glimpse of the ad film.
रोल नंबर अरे बिटिया का रोल नंबर है 379। अरे हमें यकीन था सिलेक्शन हो गया।
कभी किसी और की खुशी में शामिल होकर देखिए।
मुबारक हो।
कैडबरी डेयरी मिल्क, कुछ अच्छा हो जाए, कुछ मीठा हो जाए।
But just talking about melting the power distance wasn't enough. We wanted to encourage this act of generosity into every household where happy moments reside but aren't acknowledged the way they should be. That's where we identified No Brokerhood, a visitor and society management app that has all the data of support staff, making it the perfect media partner to bridge the gap. Leveraging its massive user base of 4 million plus houses in 18K plus premium societies across 15 cities, we crafted hyper-personalized notifications within the app, reminding residents of their house helps' birthdays and work anniversaries, encouraging them to actively participate in the happiness of their unsung heroes. We went beyond just notifications and planned a surprise birthday party for our house helps, nudging residents on the society groups to join us celebrate the birthdays, thus making the entire society come together, which otherwise only happens during events and festivities. Here's how the experience turned out for them.
Cadbury Dairy Milk invites you for a birthday party, sweeter than any other. Where people gave their domestic helps the best birthday gift.
मैडम है ना हमारे, वो बोले थे आपका बर्थडे कभी है। हम बोले कभी, क्यों ऐसे पूछते हैं, पर अभी आज पता चला कि हमारा ही ये फंक्शन है।
इधर कभी ऐसा हुआ नहीं, अभी पहली बार ऐसा हुआ, हम लोग को बहुत अच्छा लगा।
कभी जिंदगी में नहीं बना है ऐसा, कभी नहीं।
By being a part of their happiness and celebrations.
We got chance to dance with them and then celebrate with them. That is the touching moment for me.
For them, like it was like क्या पहनना है, क्या करना है, कितने बजे शुरू होगा.
To discover these birthdays, we enlisted the help of No Brokerhood, a society management app. And our heartfelt invites ensured everyone showed up to share the happiness. A party meant to celebrate a few created memorable moments for many.
हर साल ऐसा बनेगा तो बहुत अच्छा लगेगा, क्योंकि हमको भी कुछ मिलता है तो हमको भी अच्छा लगता है ना। कि हम साल भर काम करते तो हमको भी कोई ये सराहता है तो अच्छा लगता है थोड़ा.
And so we hope that you and everyone else continue to spread happiness to others by sharing others' happiness.
कभी किसी और की खुशी में शामिल होके देखें.
Over 250 plus house helps enjoyed their celebration along with the residents, reaching out to 1,000 plus families in multiple societies across Tier 1 cities. To go beyond just the reach of the societies, we joined forces with social media powerhouses like Brute, Marketing Minds, MOM, who helped us amplify a heartwarming video, spreading kindness beyond no brokerhood users. We also got earned PR worth 5 million from reputed platforms like Social Samosa, AFAX, and many more. The impact of our campaign was extraordinary. We witnessed a 38% increase in top-of-mind awareness. We reached nearly 1.7 million families across 8.2K societies in 7 Tier 1 cities. The numbers speak for themselves. In closing, while we bask on the glory of our awards on 22nd March, remember there is someone in your support staff who might have an achievement of their own. So make sure you participate in their happy moments with a Cadbury Dairy Milk. क्योंकि like we always say, कभी किसी और की खुशी में शामिल होकर देखो. Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation, Cadbury Dairy Milk. Any presenter for Cadbury Dairy Milk?
Hello, Cadbury Dairy Milk presenter, please.
Hello, are we audible?
Yes.
Yeah, just give us a second. We are fixing the glitch. Good to go?
Yeah, you can start.
Do let us know when can we start.
We can start.
Hi, good afternoon, judges. I'm Mansi, and in the next 7 minutes, I'll take you through how we got Indians to be generous once again with a Cadbury. However, let me start by asking you a question. Do you recognize these athletes or the sports they represent our country in? Difficult to guess, right? However, if I ask you to recognize these cricketers, they'll be instantly recognized. And of course, their huge fan following is testament to the same. Even cricketers who have just recently debuted in the ongoing India versus England Test series have witnessed instant fame and recognition, while the veteran professional Indian athletes from other sports plead for love and support from the people. And come IPL, anticipation and hype will be at the peak, where cricket takes over the entire Indian media. Cricket matches, cricketers, they consistently dominate ratings on TV and digital platforms. While other brands at this time create impact through cricket, we decided to leverage cricket to create impact on the larger sports community and fraternity. And as a brand that stands for acknowledging the unacknowledged, Cadbury Dairy Milk set out to melt this massive power distance that existed between IPL and every other international sporting event India takes part in. Our goal was not to only acknowledge the athletes whose dedication brings honor to our nation, but also to ignite a nationwide celebration by empowering India to cheer for them. So here's presenting Cadbury Dairy Milk Cheer for All Sports. Our idea of acknowledgement was by walking the talk. We facilitated an industry-first technology to seamlessly bridge the gap between physical games and digital engagement. So let me first show you how we made this entire campaign alive.
This is when India plays cricket. And this is when India plays any other sport.
अगर हम मतलब खाली स्टेडियम में मैच जीतते हैं तो ऐसे क्वाइट सा रह जाता है कि वो मूवमेंट से नहीं आती बल्कि खुशी से नहीं आती.
For any athlete, playing for India is a matter of immense pride, and even a little bit of support makes a difference. So this IPL, when India was glued to their TV screens, we turned the attention of fans to all the other Indian sporting action happening alongside IPL. Cadbury presents Cheer for All Sports. We redesigned the iconic Cadbury Dairy Milk pack, where every letter of the brand logo represented a sport that India plays. On scanning the pack, fans were led to an interactive platform that encouraged them to register and have their calendars blocked so that they could be notified and directed to a live Team India match. We installed screens and cameras at various stadiums in 5 countries across 5 sporting events where India represented. And the cheers got louder with UV and Bhaji.
एक एथलीट के लिए जो आपके सपोर्टर्स का प्यार, उनके चीयर्स पहुंचने जरूरी. तो उस समय जो कैडबरी ने बड़े-बड़े स्क्रीन्स लगाए और जो अलग-अलग इनिशिएटिव्स लिए, उनसे कितना फर्क पड़ा?
जब हम कंपटीशन के लिए प्रिपेयर होते हैं और जब हम कंपटीशन जाते हैं और जब स्क्रीन्स पे लोग ऑनलाइन हमें चीयर अप करते हैं, तो जब वो चीज़ देख के हमें बहुत मोटिवेशन मिलता है और हमें और ज़्यादा अंदर से जोश आता है कि और जान लगाना है, एक तरफा जीतना है.
I just think that hearing these stories more the reason for us to cheer for every sport.
कैडबरी का जो cheer for all sports इनिशिएटिव है, स्टेडियम्स पे बड़े-बड़े स्क्रीन्स लगाए ताकि लोग जो नहीं भी पहुंच सकते आके आपको cheer करें.
वर्चुअल टाइप का जो स्क्रीन्स है जहाँ पे लाइव लोग देखते हैं, हम लोग को फील होता है हाँ यार लोग हमारे साथ है, वो एक फीलिंग हमेशा अच्छा होता है.
First of all, thank you to Cadbury's for this initiative when I did the campaign Cheer for All Sports. It's very important to support all sports.
We also tied up with Sports Krida to further rally fan sentiment. In doing so, we enabled millions of fans to turn up virtually and cheer for Team India across multiple screens at various sporting venues. This gesture instantly boosted the morale of our athletes. So, when India participates in the happiness of not just cricket, but all Indian teams, India wins. अब हर इंडियन टीम की खुशी में शामिल होकर देखिए कैडबरी डेयरी मिल्क. कुछ अच्छा हो जाए, कुछ मीठा हो जाए.
The success of this campaign was dependent on the mammoth task of installing huge screens, and that is all across the world. While other brands had executed the similar experience, it was very unidirectional with only fans cheering for their teams with a lag. What we ensured that the athletes get to hear the cheers in real time. This helped us deliver phenomenal business results and significant growth across brand matrix, and also earned us coverage worth 45 lakhs. What more, we earned media which is priceless is the impact that this campaign made. With other sports finally got the spotlight they deserved all along. Even brands like Parley used the hashtag cheer for all sports for their social media posts during the same time. And other influential businessmen and sportspersons like Mr. Harsh Mariwala and Manoj Tiwari, they praised the initiative, joining in celebrating the participation and victories of Indian athletes with cheer for all sports. And as I sign off, I hope that Pia Shrijesh, Duti Chand, and Dikhat Zareen get the recognition they deserve along with the cheers as they represent India at the Olympics this July. Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation, Mountain Dew.
Hi, is my screen visible?
Yes.
Audio clear?
Yeah.
Okay, let me know when I can start.
You can start now.
Okay. Hi, my name is Ramesh Bhaskaran. I am here to present our work done for Mountain Dew. The idea that we came up for Mountain Dew, the thought that was there. Just give me a minute. I'm sorry, just. So that is how fear works on few people. The sheer thought of public speaking or addressing an audience makes them go blank. You forget everything, you become numb. This is just one kind of fear. There are so many fears out there that individuals are living with on a day-to-day basis. And if this fear, if not faced head-on, will only become stronger and stronger with time. It will make you weak. It will make you feel worthless. Worthless enough to make you end your own life. Mountain Dew, a brand whose philosophy is "Dar ke aage jeet hai," identified this fear and said, "Koi dar chota ya bada nahi hota. Dar, dar hota hai." It gave people a platform to talk about their fear and saluted them for overcoming it. What I'm going to show now has changed a lot of people's lives and hopefully saved many.
डर छोटा या बड़ा नहीं होता, डर डर होता है.
We turn the spotlight on real people battling everyday fears.
हिम्मत का घूंट लगाना है, डर को निगल जाना है.
What do I fear the most? Say heights. Is flying.
Failure.
Disappointing my mom. Lack of confidence.
always liked climbing big things, trees, buildings, but I was always afraid of standing on the edge. I did not let any of these challenges stop me from following my passion and climbing some of the world's highest and some of the world's most dangerous mountains.
Over 900 influencers opened up about their innermost fears.
I, for my love of cinema, overcame my fear of ghosts.
Over 2.5 million people shared intensely personal stories of courage.
I was super scared, to tell my mother that I'm in love with a girl. I mean, I don't know how she would react.
It took all my courage to quit my high-paying job and follow my passion.
Content creators shared a whopping 32,000 stories on the subject. And courage was finally democratized in the world's largest democracy.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it was a movement actually that gave courage a new life. It gave power to the ones that needed it the most. It became the sign of hope for many. This campaign also gave rise to the biggest tech innovation of India. In a country that boasts of more than 500 plus statues, that salutes the brave hearts and the big achievements, Mountain Dew took the initiative to salute even the smallest of act of bravery and courage by creating 25 feet tall holographic statues. So for the first time ever, something like this had happened in India. The results, 14 days, 1 lakh plus walk-ins, 900 plus influencers led courage stories, 5,000 plus content creators, 11 billion views on social media, 16% jump in relevance score, 8.8 million online interaction, 34% jump in sales, 1.5 million engagement,
Last minute.
User-generated content. So that is the kind of impact that this campaign brought about. And before I end this presentation, I would request everyone watching this to please support people around you, be it friends, families, or colleagues. Help them overcome their fears. Help them lead a more fulfilled life. And together, let's make sure that no one ever ends their life because of fear. In true sense, दुनिया को ये दिखा दे कि डर के आगे जीत है. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's stop. Yeah, sorry.
Next presentation, sunlight.
Hi, can you please confirm if my screen is visible?
Yes, we can see.
And not the presenter notes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good afternoon, jury and fellow media professionals. There are over 450 campaigns that are shortlisted at the Emvies this year, and more than 300 cases are already presented. Television, digital, print, media, influencers. Every campaign is designed with meticulous planning and targeting. But I have a question for you all. How many of these 300 plus campaigns do you really remember? Sunlight was facing a similar issue, despite being a century-old detergent brand that is found in 7 out of 10 Bengali households. With new age brands entering the foray, Sunlight had started facing stiff competition, leading to a drop in mind metrics like awareness. That's when Sunlight relaunched the product and completely shifted its focus on its superior color lock technology that offers color protection even after 40 washes. But it's important to understand why. Despite being a color care brand for over a century, consumers had now started to question Sunlight's uniqueness and perceived it as an old brand since new players were now gaining visibility. This audience is rooted in her traditions, in her culture, and is always looking for ways to uphold her values and back her colorful way of life. While the relaunch would now take care of that problem, West Bengal, that is intertwined in its culture and heritage, would require more than just inventory to turn things around. On diving deeper into the state and understanding its intricate weaves, Sunlight noticed that the color lock promise could be extended from people's screens to West Bengal's streets. With the brand reviving itself in its priority market, reviving the colors of West Bengal became the campaign's objective. When you think of West Bengal, you think of colors, culture, art, literature, architecture. But the brand noticed that its vibrant essence was slowly fading away. Let's take a look at how Sunlight brought back colors on the heritage streets of West Bengal and left its mark on every Bengali household like never before.
What is exactly happening in the streets of Bengal? The answer lies with Bengal's biggest color care brand. Sunlight has always been committed to the people of Bengal. This time with a new technology and a new promise to protect the cherished memories and keep them colorful forever. The old iconic buildings and traditions around us are gradually fading their hues. Sunlight took the initiative to revive their lost charms by painting them in the colors that resonate with Bengal's legacy of colorful revelries. In our everyday hectic lives, who else remembers the presence of our favorite colors? Apart from Sunlight, the generations of washermen. Year after year, they have kept Bengal colorful. Both joined hands and pledged to keep every Bengali's life colorful every day. Sunlight became the symbol of brightness that was delivered all over Bengal households. The Sunlight story made waves on Meta and YouTube. Beyond nostalgia, it showcased the power of color and community. Sunlight in Bengal went beyond a marketing campaign. It became a vibrant symphony, a love letter to the city, and a testament to the transformative power of small actions.
The brand restored West Bengal's iconic landmarks in the state's busiest spots. Vibrant sunlight hues adorned the streets, and larger-than-life packs were symbolic how every Sunlight home can have its colors protected. Asia's oldest Dhobikhana, that is Kolkata's South Dhobikhana, became a focal point of Sunlight's efforts, cementing strong ties with regional traditions and bringing alive the brand's proposition despite the world-famous Dhobi Pachad. Sunlight became the first detergent brand to collaborate with local and regional bodies for an experiential collaboration at such a large scale. For the first time ever, 30 to 40 feet brand installations took over the cityscapes of West Bengal. The numbers do speak for themselves, and for an iconic brand that was seeing a decline in household penetration, it was a win when Bengali homes were called Sunlight Badis, means Sunlight homes once again. Today, locals use sunlight baris as landmarks in everyday conversation, proving that it's not just about how many ads a brand runs, but how it immerses its audience in its values and its stories. Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation, Airtel 5G Plus.
Hi, let me just share my screen. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes.
I can proceed.
Yeah, you can start.
Let me start the presentation with a game-changing moment in the Avenger movie.
We all have our assignments.
This iconic teleporting scene from Avengers Endgame changed the outcome of Infinity War, and the Avengers were able to restore the balance in the universe. Hi, my name is Aman Singh, and I'll take you through how we turn this fiction into reality powered by Airtel 5G. Our Infinity War with Thanos began in 22. With the deep pockets, Jio spent 2 times on spectrum acquisition and aggressive network deployment. They launched in many more cities, and with their subsidiary association with Viacom, TV18 Network, and Jio Cinema, they also had an advantage to further drive engagement and talkability. While on the other hand, consumer interest in 5G was fading because of lack of everyday use cases. Our research also pointed that consumer wanted to experience 5G before believing in it. Experiences, a cool experience, which will help them hit the popularity jackpot and make them Avengers among their peers. Hence, our end game was to create experiences for our consumer, which will make them heroes, thus building a preference for Airtel 5G. Launching Airtel 5G Plus Ultimate Fan. We got in touch with 10 IPL fans, one for each team. We invited them to showcase their cricket knowledge. We enabled photogrammetric capture of these fans using motion capture technology. And just like how the Avengers teleported, these fans magically appeared in their avatar form from their respective cities to IPL studio on Star Sports, where these fans had an interaction with their favorite cricket stars, which was then broadcasted live to millions of homes. It was indeed the first time in the history of live sports in the world where real cricketers and Meta Avatar engaged and interacted in real time on a national TV. Let me give you a glimpse of how we fought our Infinity War.
Airtel 5G Plus Ultimate Fans partnered with Star Sports. On one hand, Airtel invited 10 5G skeptic cricket enthusiasts to flaunt their skill and knowledge and experience 5G tech firsthand. On the other, Airtel invited studio experts along with cricketers to be the part of this tech innovation. The thought was to enhance viewers' experience by merging real and virtual worlds and dial up engagement. We enabled a photogrammetric capture of these 10 fans with motion capture technology. Powered with high-speed Airtel 5G Plus bandwidth, these fans were teleported from remote studios in their meta-human avatar form to Star Sports IPL studio for real-time interactions with their favorite cricketers, experts and show hosts. The first such experience in history of live sports broadcast.
Anuradha, well done, Anuradha, well done.
Are you asking us or you're telling us? Be confident, Andre. Not just virtual reality, it's right.
The campaign was strategically crafted and amplified in phases. Teasers on Star Sports, along with tune-in notifications and SMSs. Studio host mentions plugins prior to the interaction, montage video of the interaction amplified on Star Sports Network and social media. The success numbers poured in like Airtel's 5G speed and strength, as our innovation reached over 30 million live views on national television, with 2 billion plus minutes of viewing time, earning PR worth millions. The 5G association gap between Airtel and key competing brand narrowed significantly, a 17% increase in active 5G user base, a 3.2% increase in mobile ARPU, a 2.4% preference lift.
Airtel 5G Plus has hit it out of the park.
And just like we saw in the AV, we were able to shift the balance and get our Infinity Stone. The 5G association gap between Airtel and competitor narrowed from 26 to 3 percentage points. Our active 5G user base jumped up by 17%. Our mobile ARPU climbed up by 3.2%. We got a preference lift of 2.4%. Our innovation hits over 30 million live views on national TV and over 2 billion minutes, representing that there was a whole lot of eye glued to what we had got going. Rocked the screen for more than 8 million on social network and even made the headlines, pulling $1 million worth of earned media from a news publisher. We made every 5G user an ultimate fan of Airtel 5G. And by the way, we didn't even kill the Iron Man. Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation, Brookbond Red Label.
Good afternoon, everyone. Just allow me a moment to present my screen.
Okay.
Let me know if my screen is visible.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, allow me one more moment. Can you please confirm if you can see my entire screen?
Yes, we can.
All right, great. I'm ready to begin. Should I?
Yes, you can start now.
All right, thank you.
We're reaching the end of July, but the rains are showing no signs of letting up. From Telangana to Maharashtra, heavy rainfall across India causing havoc, with alerts issued in several states for the weekend.
Monsoon, the disruptor of life in every metro city of India. But there is one force that can't be stopped even by the force of nature. The delivery forces. Waterlogging, vehicle breakdowns, emotional breakdowns. Come what may, delivery forces keep going. But at a time when they become the most essential care providers in cities, who cares for them?
Who cares for them? This is the question we asked ourselves at Red Label Natural Care. Brook Bond's Red Label Natural Care is our quintessential masala chai, but with the added Ayurvedic benefits of ashwagandha, mulethi, clove, cardamom, tulsi, and ginger, making the product a clinically proven immunity booster tea. During last year's monsoon, Red Label Natural Care was relaunched with the promise of making you strong from within. But to establish natural care as an immunity boosting tea, we had to acknowledge the existing perceptional challenge that in India, no matter where you go, what language you speak, tea, cha, chai, it's just tea. It's not a health drink. Therefore, to break this perception barrier and to create a moment of actual difference during monsoon, we decided to look inwards. You see, Red Label is not just a brand. It's an institute of care marketing. It's a symbol of togetherness. For decades, we have nurtured relationships. We have gotten people together over a cup of tea. We've removed differences and we have stitched narratives of Swad Apne Panka. Therefore, to establish the need for natural care during the rainy season, we decided to add another golden leaf to this rich history of Red Label's care marketing by extending a cup of care to those who need it the most during monsoon. Cup of Care was a simple yet unique solution to create a much needed moment of relaxation for our delivery forces, and in turn generate tremendous talkability around the brand and establish importance of the product during rains. But wait, सबसे बड़ा क्वेश्चन, चाय पिलाने के लिए चाय वाला तो चाहिए. So meet our chaiwalas. Natural Care collaborated with 6 amazing content creators who specialized in creating content around little acts of kindness, or should we say urban acts of philanthropy. Moreover, these creators were shortlisted basis where their primary followership was from, which had to coincide with our primary markets, and ultimately selected basis their above average engagement rates amongst their followers. Or फिर बस क्या? 1+1, this is what happened during last year's monsoon.
With the help of some amazing creators, we set up care stations in 5 cities. And we are open to serve. आ जाओ जो भी डिलीवरी बॉयज है, जहाँ भी डिलीवरी कर रहे हो, बारिश में, बरसात में, धूप में, ट्रैफिक में, जहाँ भी हो, आ जाओ. रेड लेबल नेचुरल केयर की तरफ से हमने बनाया है एक केयर स्टेशन.
Mumbai, Pune, Bangalore, Mangalore, and Chennai. We set up over 15 care stations across these 5 cities to serve well over 2,000 delivery personnel. Not just tea, but the care stations left the delivery forces like raincoats, umbrellas, and phone covers. Our simple yet unique initiative resonated with people to the level where thanking delivery executives became a national movement.
हर मौसम में आपके सेहत का साथी रेड लेबल नेचुरल केयर.
जो भरा नहीं है भावों से, जिसमें बहती रसधार नहीं, वो हृदय नहीं, वो पत्थर है, जिसमें रेड लेबल का प्यार नहीं.
एक शब्द में आपके डिलीवरी करने का सफर बताओ. अनोखा सफर. चाय घर के जैसा अच्छा है.
चाय जरूर घर के जैसा अच्छा है. And let me be honest, our little effort to create a 10-minute immunity boosting tea break did not change the world, but created a moment where our care providers felt actually cared for. And in return, we were able to establish Red Label Natural Care as truly the Barish Wali Chai. Our creator content pieces became viral, our brand searches started getting higher, as Cup of Care became this little symbol of thanking our delivery forces for their relentless services. So when you order for something next time, remember to say thank you to your delivery executive by extending a little cup of care. Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation, Taj Mahal.
Quality was improved.
Hi, let me know once it's visible. Yeah. Shall I start?
Yeah, you can start. All the best.
Thank you. So basically, hello everyone. I want to invite you to have a conversation over a cup of tea. And when I say tea, let's not forget the history of tea was written down in 1966 with a chapter in a celebration. Because in that year, Brooke-born Taj Mahal tea was born with a promise to foster excellence in each cup. Continuing that promise, they wanted to create a bespoke enchantment. With an objective, they wanted to pay homage to the rich heritage of classical music as well as tribute to the beautiful city of Vijayawada. For that, let's delve into some of the statistics. Brand love. With the market penetration of 90%, market share of 70 plus, and DOM of 74, it looks good. But let's not forget, this means that this Taj Mahal tea was loved and bought only once in a year. This means we have to increase the brand momentum, have them relished and loved the entire year. For that, what we did? We went back and thought about the emotions associated with tea. So with tea, we think about breaks, we think about snacks, we think about monsoons. And with Brooke Bond Taj Mahal tea, we associate the emotion with music, specifically classical music, because this flavor can only be matched by the exquisite melodies composed by the maestros who have been Taj Mahal ambassadors over the decade. And the perfect taste of this priceless cup of tea will always make you exclaim, "Wah Taj." With that in mind, a goal was set. A new concoction to be prepared with ingredients of classical music, mesmerizing flavor, and infused with aesthetic visuals, soulful thought, and potent innovation, so that we can bring alive the musical connection. With that in mind, we know Vijayawada being the citadel city, and for them to pay the homage, we want to do something there. So what can we do? Well, in the world of deepfake and CGIs, we wanted to curate tech that actually works. We took inspiration from Chaltaran. And we went back to our Indian classical music history. Of course, we cannot forget Tansi, the master of Rag Megh Malhar, who was actually once saved from getting burned by invoking rains. There's a story attached to it, by the way. And when we talk about the new concoction, as I mentioned, Megh and Ragas, particularly Megh Malhar, which is Hindustani classical laka, which is derived from Sanskrit word Megh, and legends say this raga has the power to invoke rains in the area where it is sung. With that in mind, we also added one more mission in the concoction, which is Santoor, an instrument which is originated in Himalayan Valley of Kashmir and has various variations all over the world, but is particularly popular in our classical music. So, how did we make everyone go "Wah Taj"? Well, we created the largest environmentally interactive billboard in the world called Make Santoor, which plays Rag Megh Malhar every time it rains. So, with this ingenious billboard, I want to have you a look here.
Rag Megh Malhar is the rag of rains. For centuries, legends have been performing it. So when Taj Mahal tea told me that, what if we could get the rain to perform the rag itself? Now that would be magical.
Taj Mahal Tea, which has championed Indian classical music for decades, collaborated with renowned classical musician Tawfiq Qureshi and did something that has never been done before. It got the rain to perform Rag Megh Malhar.
And yes, we the Guinness World Record for the same. which was a long size billboard of 150 feet, 2,200 square feet area. And the first time ever, it was an open to public concert, which anyone can attend. Now, how did we have this event organized? Well, we have to, of course, make the people know. We had a saturation outdoor campaigns, which was done 20 days prior, with an Insta campaign, which 15 days prior. We invited the whole city to actually witness this visual spectacle and mesmerize in this interior's melodious sound. So we had the saturation campaign again, which was after going live from 20 days. And with that in mind, let me just give you a quick, details on the execution roadmap. So with the production, we had a lot of challenges, wind pressure, we have challenges on material solutions. So we went to the smart materials for enhanced durability and energy efficiency. And we had to maintain the weight distribution as well to have this musical concert for people. With that in mind, you might have witnessed the technicalities of it with single note, three full notes, and the entire mallet functioning that was happening with the music triggering sensors, with wind pressure and monitors also playing in place. With that in mind, this was unveiled on social media and we invited the world to witness it. And the magic spread across all Taj citadels fast. Guinness breakout, world record breakout, advertisement stuff. And then media also had a slingshot mentions. With that in mind, again, the conversation started social media, a lot of conversation on social media, in fact. And as you have already seen, the TOM, it increased to 87%, which is highest ever achieved. That's it. With Krishna Dixit, we had a surplus rainfall, which is up to you to decide if we did or not. Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation, quality walls. Sorry, next presentation is Lufthansa. Yeah. Lufthansa team. Lufthansa team, are you ready? Should we go ahead with the next presentation? In case if you are not ready, you can come back as the next presenter. Can't hear you. Akshay can't hear you. We'll go ahead with the next presentation, quality walls. Quality walls team.
Yeah. I'm just going to share my screen. Let me know once it's visible.
Yeah.
Just a second. Let me know once it's visible full screen.
Yeah, now we can see the full screen, but you can also hide the floaters on top. Get the option to hide the floaters, you can use it.
Yeah.
Some of the content.
Just a second.
No problem. Are you ready?
Cool. I hope it's not visible now. Yeah?
Yeah, better.
Cool.
Your
So,
time starts now. All the best.
thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Ishita Das here again. And I'm here to introduce you to the happiness, which is always sweet. Well, when we think of happiness, we think of obviously having good food, but you know what? After having delicious feel, which actually fulfills the satiety, we can only have contentment and joy with a very refreshing ice cream. With that in mind, Quality Walls already have a very refreshing range of ice cream. But they wanted to introduce and add a new member who held a special role for special occasion or for special part of India. What was it? Nolen Ghore. It's actually a quintessential sweet in Bengal, which is used for a lot of Bengali desserts and specifically only introduced and harvested during winter from palm trees. Where it's done? Of course, City of Joy, Kolkata. And again, what we are going to do is we wanted to tap the Bengalis who are known to be foodies, indulging in spicy, flavorful foods. We wanted to capture them and we wanted to conquer the heart of the city. So, what the brand did, they came up with the proposition of exclusively launching Nolen Ghore ice cream. While that in mind, building a relevance is very important. So, the packaging was repackaged and they decided to leverage Pujo, where we thought of, yes, of course, Pujo makes work because Bengalis and Pujo go hand in hand. Pujo being a 45,000 CR festivity is 3% of Bengal's GDP, held a special importance for Bengalis. That is the reason Quality Walls bring Pujo Mani Quality Walls. And what we thought about we can do is having a never done before in Kolkata drone show, which is illuminated, synchronized, and choreographed to groups of drones that is arranged in themselves to deliver and render a story that fills a connection with Bengalis. So the Bengali culture is brought alive on the sky, being the sky, and in the canvas of the sky. But before we delve into that, let's have the overview of approach and event. We had the curated storyboard, which is really imperative to establish. We had the technical planning, implementation, event, and of course, I'm going to showcase the response as well. The first being curated storyboard. Dhunuchi dance, one of the traditional Bengali dance, which we had to capture and showcase in the sky. Bengali food thali, going around evoking the nostalgia with Quality Wall strike and creating that connection there. Then finally, the product reveal. So this was the plan in mind. We had to move on technical planning. Drone light show is something which is not something really easy to do. And this being which has never happened in colossal congregation area where festivities are done with active audience spreading long kilometers. We had to ensure maximum safety and security. So we use nano category drones that are crafted on high accuracy, proximity and positioning. And we also had to map the light launch area, which is called a green zone area, from launching site to a viewing site, which are two different areas. There were a lot of technical requisites and we had to do multiple recce's and testings while we deploy original pilots who were testing it on ground and establishing radio frequency. We had to then look at the implementation. So while everything was done in terms of technical planning, we were thinking of how to phase it. The phasing was done with pre-bus, with influencer marketing, 150 influencers, introduced it and asked people and invited them to come and watch the show. With high SOB/OH campaigns as well, a lot of social media pre-bus and teasers as well as countdown, and finally TD with live broadcast. The execution map again showcases the entire execution limitations, difficulty that we have to go through with location helping, acquiring design space, production placement, authorities approval, and event setup. Finally, we earmarked the entire location that we'd want to do. Bagh Bazaar, one of the oldest traditional pujo that falls under intangible cultural heritage of Kolkata, recognized by UNESCO, which features in top 5 pujo, was very relevant in this area because we had to map another location which falls within 50 meters of it, which was Nivedita Uddan. So we had a launch site, Nivedita Uddan, and we had a viewing site called Bagh Bazaar. Now, the event. just a glimpse of event that I want to showcase. Showcases the mixture of traditional and technical magic, which was brought to life, of Bengali culture with drones taking over the sky and a mishti, which took over everyone's heart.
টিম টিম করে তাকাচ্ছে তারা তোমার দিকে, ঝিকমিক করে জ্বলছে তারা তোমার ডাকে। 1 বছর অপেক্ষার অবসান।
So this was how the entire story was built. I'm going to showcase the entire story moving forward. But before that, let me show you how the event was planned. Starting with Alpona, a traditional way of decorating the floors of Bengalis. In the morning, followed by commencing with Dhunuchi dance, a medley with Thaki, which was performed before starting the drone show. And then Agumani, Adurgama, was actually invited with conch shell. And finally, the live commentary, which you have heard in the previous slide, actually accompanied and added weight to the show. Here's the entire show, which encapsulates in this video.
Specially designed and inspired by the perfect Bengali sweet ingredient that is loved by all the locals in the city, Nolen Ghore. Taking the festivities to an elevated stage, the show included brilliant formations that brought to life the Bengali culture and the role of new sweet from quality walls. We had all major spots boast with our brandings around the city, airport and residential premises. We got few influencers to announce the pre-event details to the followers. The show was live streamed on social media with 17,000 viewers watching online and later uploaded on YouTube with 4.5 million views. We built relevance for the brand by doing an impactful innovation which garnered 80% reach in 20 days. And that's how it affects the bottom line. 1200 BPS increased sequential month on month. Activated month top of mind was higher as compared to peak summer month top of mind. Business grew by 30%. This is how these visually striking displays by quality walls won a lot of hearts in Kolkata.
Okay. So basically that is the story, and that's how quality walls won over the city's heart. Thank you.
Thank you. Lufthansa team, are you ready? Akshay? I can't hear you, Akshay.
Can you hear us now?
Now?
Yes.
Our screen is visible and we are loud and clear?
Yes, now better.
Perfect. So once I start, you can start the time, yeah?
Yeah.
Hi, good afternoon. Well, I am on top of the world while I sip my coffee. I have literally teleported myself. And this is what we did for brand Lufthansa. We teleported people. So what you see on the screen right now is a blend of AI technology with the power of Epic Games, Unreal Engine, Microsoft Kinect, and Nvidia, where we created an immersive, memorable experience. Lot of clouds. But let me tell you guys how we did this. Well, here I am, here to present the case, right? So back after COVID, there was a huge competition that Lufthansa as an airline faced, right? Because there was a surge in international passengers and there was a massive competition. We knew that we had to do something disruptively different to break the monotony. And thus the idea of Teleportation Cafe was born. So what was Teleportation Cafe? We gave a chance to people to literally teleport themselves at their favorite European destination while they sip their coffee at a cafe in India. Guys, it was really simple. All they had to do was press the button to the destination that they would like to go to, and they experienced Europe like never before, just the way you are experiencing this teleportation right now. While we knew that it would be not very easy, right? So we collaborated with travel and lifestyle influencers to persuade people that added authentic touch to the entire initiative. Well, we just didn't stop there. We partnered with leading media publication houses and radio stations to amplify the message. Well, enough of the talking. When I prepare myself to teleport to my favorite European destination, let's see how this entire experience came along.
Parla più piano e vieni più vicino a me. Voglio sentire gli occhi tuoi dentro di me. Nessuno sa la verità, neppure il cielo che ci guarda da lassù. Parla più piano e nessuno sentirà. Il nostro amore lo viviamo io e te. Nessuno sa la verità, e un altro amore mai più grande esisterà. Insieme a te io resterò, amore mio, sempre così. Parla più piano, vieni più vicino a me. Voglio sentire gli occhi tuoi dentro di me. Nessuno sa la verità, e un altro amore mai più grande esisterà. No. Nessuno sa la verità, e un altro amore mai più grande esisterà. No.
Love going to Italy. I love Milan, love Naples, love Amalfi. I was transported to Europe.
I totally love it.
They've really gotten to show us places like the Colosseum, the Eiffel Tower.
I mean, I've loved the experience.
Altogether, it was a great experience.
This is such a unique experience by Lufthansa. We totally felt transported to our favorite cities in Europe because of that.
It was quite amazing. And thanks to Lufthansa, I'm able to have that experience right here.
All thanks to Lufthansa. For these couple of hours at a cafe, I was able to teleport myself to Paris and Italy and the Alps.
Thank you so much, Lufthansa, for making it happen. I absolutely enjoyed.
Well, this is how we teleported people and established Lufthansa as not just as an airline, but a travel companion that went beyond an airline to create memorable experiences. And we really empowered people to say yes to the world. I hope I was able to teleport you guys for these 7 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you. Jury members, we will take a 5 minutes break. We'll start again at 3:51 again. Yeah, can we start, jury members? Next presentation, SBI Live.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes.
Just 1 second.
You haven't shared your computer sound.
I haven't shared my. Okay, sorry, 1 second.
Yeah.
Are the floaters obstructing the view?
No.
And can you see my presenter notes?
No, like we can't see.
Okay, I'm good to start.
All right. Your
Can you
time
see
starts
me
now.
on the camera? Just checking.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, jury members. My name is Gurunath, and this little one here is my daughter Inaya, who has been busy sketching. Inaya, please say a hi. Inaya and I love going for bike rides on weekends. All my efforts on weekdays is focused towards securing the needs and aspirations of my loved ones. अपने लिए, अपनों के लिए. Just like SBI Life. And I did learn that even the life insurance category isn't just about one person, right? It is also about our families. But you know what? It is something that all of us have ignored for the longest time. Sadly, most Indians don't have a life insurance policy. This is also reflected in the category penetration, which is under 5%. And one thought that scares a riding enthusiast like me is the shocking number of deaths caused due to road accidents. What's worse is the choice of not wearing a helmet continues to be a major factor in fatal accidents, which is why I always wear one.
Dada, since you're talking about weekends, I have drawn something for you.
Wow, that's beautiful. Inaya and I have been going for bike rides since she was 5. And as you see here in the images, this is etched in her memory because this is a moment. Sorry. Sorry, can I start again? I think I got a prompt saying starting my video.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Just 1 second. Resharing my screen. Sorry for this. Just checking if you can see my presenter notes. And
yes, no, we can't see the presenter notes. It's good to go.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, jury members. My name is Gurunath, and this little one here is my daughter Inaya, who has been busy sketching. Inaya, please say a hi. Inaya and I love going for bike rides on weekends. All my efforts on weekdays is focused towards securing the needs and aspirations of my loved ones. अपने लिए, अपनों के लिए, just like SBI. And I did learn that even the life insurance category isn't just about one person, right? It is also about our families. But you know what? It is something that all of us have ignored for the longest time. Sadly, most Indians don't have a life insurance policy. This is also reflected in the category penetration, which is under 5%. One thought that scares a riding enthusiast like me is the shocking number of deaths caused due to road accidents. What's worse is the choice of not wearing a helmet continues to be a major factor in fatal accidents, which is why I always wear one.
Dada, since you're talking about weekends, I have drawn something for you.
This is very beautiful, Inaya. Thank you so much. Inaya and I have been going for bike rides since she was 5. And as you see here in the images, this is etched in her memory because this is a moment she and I cherish the most. But looking at these images, I just realized that I have missed out on something very critical and probably what the entire country has been missing out for years. There are more than 240 million two-wheeler commuters on road every year in India, with 4.6 lakh road accidents and 19 lives being lost every hour. And a family with kids on bikes is a common sight, but the helmet rule does not take into consideration the little ones, making the most important member of the family the most ignored rider. In order to convert the most ignored rider into a safe rider, we devised CARE, one of a kind experiential strategy for our core audience and the little ones. We tapped into culture that had to resonate with a larger audience. We amplified using the right KOLs. We encouraged responsibility by advocating the use of a unique safety equipment while riding. And we educated the audience through thoughtful content using a wide variety of platforms and larger than life experience. In a country as vast and diverse as India, there is one thing that unites all of us, apart from not wearing a helmet, and that's cricket, a sport that stresses on the importance of helmet usage. To create the strongest impact, we partnered with Rajasthan Royals as their safety partner by sponsoring their helmet. We knew on IPL match days there will be more families out on the roads, especially on two-wheelers, to beat the traffic. We used this unique amplification opportunity to educate the riders about safety of their most important fellow rider. Even those with helmets were in for a surprise when, instead of a challan, the Jaipur traffic police, who were the influencers in this campaign, greeted them with a free helmet for their kids. In Ahmedabad, the helmet distribution drive culminated in a huge traffic rally organized by the city traffic police. We introduced little helmets that keep the kids of the family safe. The first of its kind, where the exact specs of a pro biking helmet were made in a smaller frame for our little riders. And we educated the audience through bespoke experiences and disseminated content through news network and social media. SBI Life and Rajasthan Royals unveiled a larger-than-life helmet installation at the team's home ground to remind the fans to be a responsible passion chaser.
Dada, I found a nice video for our friends. Can I please play it?
Sure.
India has the highest density of two-wheelers. With the highest vehicular population comes along the highest rate of road accidents. In spite of helmet awareness for safety, a mighty half of the population does not wear one. What's more concerning is the common visual sight of family and kids, all on the same bike without a helmet. SBI Life, a leading insurance brand, wanted to reinforce its commitment to protect the common man with its Apne liye, apno ke liye proposition. We decided to build this awareness with the families by protecting the most ignored rider of their family, their kids. We built this as a multi-pronged plan. To leverage our narrative over the importance of helmets, we chose to partner with the most watched event, IPL. First, we became the lead helmet partner with Rajasthan Royals to champion the importance of helmet, in the game or on the street. Then, for the first time, we produced a helmet specially for the kids and propagated the use to families riding across cities to watch IPL matches. To build a strong credibility, we partnered with the biggest influencers of traffic safety, the Jaipur and Ahmedabad traffic police. They gifted the kids helmets instead of penalizing their families. The initiative was launched with a citywide traffic police rally along with kids as pillions to create strong awareness around the most ignored rider. The most ignored rider became the most important one.
Growth with safety, that's what we are striving to achieve, and SBI Life has taken a step forward. We welcome that, and once again we thank you on behalf of Ahmedabad Traffic Police for making us part of this. Thank you so much.
I keep telling you, every time you do a good deed, you shine the light a little farther into the dark. And that's what SBI Life has done here. SBI Life policies went up by 83% during last year's IPL season. The campaign reached out to 284 million people. More than 10,000 families got engaged with this activity in Jaipur and Ahmedabad via digital and on ground. And there was a 3 times rise in the search volumes during the IPL days. In addition to this, more than 1.5 million worth of PR was generated through the helmet activation only in Jaipur and Ahmedabad. Inaya, since your birthday is coming up on 2nd of April, I wanted to give you a surprise.
What's that, Dada?
Rajasthan Royals is coming to Mumbai on 1st of April. Shall we go to watch the match on the bike?
Only on one condition, Dada. If you give me a helmet to wear.
Fair enough. SBI Life has given one. Here you go.
Thank you, Dada. And thank you, SBI Life, for not ignoring me.
पूरे अपने इरादे, अपनों से किए सभी वादे।
SBI लाइफ, अपने लिए, अपनों के लिए।
Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation, Chupa Chups.
I'll just share my screen.
Yeah. You haven't shared your screen.
Yeah,
Sorry.
just a second.
Yeah.
Let me know if it's visible without the notes.
Yes.
So I'll just start now.
Your screen sound is still not shared.
Okay, just a second. Is it okay now?
Yeah. Your time starts now. All the best.
Thanks. First, I thought of dressing up as a witch, but I think my presentation is spooky enough. Good afternoon, esteemed jury members. My name is Nikita Kalyani, and today I will take you through a spooky journey which was created by Chupa Chups on Halloween. Chupa Chups is positioned as a brand that induces fun and gives occasions of consumption while socializing. The brand targets tweens and teens who are socially active and always on the lookout for trying something new, shareable, and fun. We discovered that the audience had a keen interest in celebrating global festivals and making them a part of their life. While Diwali holds a fair chunk of conversations, we found out that Halloween was gaining traction in India with 319% increase in social conversations year on year. Halloween is associated with the tradition of trick or treat, and Chupa Chups, a global confectionery brand, is associated with trick or treat as a preferred fun partner. Chupa Chups decided to be the first one ever to fully own Halloween with its limited edition Halloween packs. Our objective was to sell 3.96 lakhs units in a month. When we deep dived into this emergence of Halloween in India, we realized that Halloween was picking up through activities in schools and residential societies, however, on a small scale. While the audience wants to celebrate Halloween, they had no clue as to how to dress up for Halloween, where to find the costumes, and most importantly, where to go for a Halloween party. Chupa Chups became the solution provider. We created one of its kind experiential event in Gurugram called Meet the Creeps. Chupa Chups created a unique experience on ground paired with technology. From AI-enabled screen to techno party and Halloween makeover, Chupa Chups offered it all. The entire event was divided in two parts. Pre-buzz, which started 5 days prior to Halloween, followed by the main event on 30th October 2022. Let me take you through the details. 2 days prior to the event, a sensor-enabled screen was installed at Cyber Hub right outside the amphitheatre. As soon as anyone passed by the screen, the Halloween creeps came to life to spook them and invite them for the Halloween party. We tied up with the leading radio station, Radio Mirchi, whose most loved RJs, RJ Vidit, RJ Shruti and RJ Mohit, who have thousands of followers, created curiosity for the event and the limited edition Halloween packs. Social media handles of Cyber Hub and Radio Mirchi also posted about the event to create local buzz. And when the day arrived, it looked like this. We welcomed everyone with a Halloween text screen which allowed the user to select up to 3 household items and create a DIY spooky Halloween look. The event also had Halloween themed gaming zones, a spooky makeup zone to give Halloween makeover, along with a photo booth with a 360-degree camera to create excitement amongst kids. As the day unfolded, Chupa Chups organized a treasure hunt to find the stolen Chupa Chups jellies hidden by the creeps in Cyber Hub. 3 teams with kids were created along with popular RJs of Radio Mirchi as leaders to chase the creeps. To add another fun layer for teens, we tied up with the famous DJ Avantika and DJ Ghore for a techno EDM party, which began towards the onset of evening and gave the most spookiest experience. In case you missed the on-ground event, here's a glimpse of the fun we created. Bigger, we collaborated with 11 influencers and invited them for the party. They live streamed the event on Instagram and their posts initiated conversations around Halloween. As an outcome, this local event of Gurugram became the talk of social media, with follower requests from different states to host Halloween party in their cities as well. With a footfall of 5,000 plus on ground, made the Halloween event a big hit. Our target to sell 3.96 lakhs units was overachieved by 33% in a month. Not just this, increase in imagery attribute by 150 base points over the same period last year. Chupa Chups Halloween was the buzziest brand campaign with 62% SOV and 47% share of interactions amongst the brands leveraging Halloween. Chupa Chups created an immersive and visually stunning experience for its audience. It was a perfect combination of technology, social media, and on ground. We transformed a local event to a nationwide talked about topic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next presentation, Swiggy.
Thank you. Just give me a minute, please. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Are you ready?
Yes, thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm Prachi Narayan. We'll be presenting the case for our Swiggy Bhogelo Ghore campaign.
Yeah, you can start. All the best.
Sure. Thank you. Swiggy had a relatively weaker presence in the Eastern Indian market, especially West Bengal. Through this campaign, we aim to build brand love for Swiggy in this region. When we started working on this campaign, we understood that Durga Puja was round the corner, and what better way than leveraging the biggest festival in West Bengal. Also, 2022 happened to be the first year post-COVID when the Pujo celebrations were going to be in full swing. But it was the senior citizens who were at maximum risk and hence couldn't visit the pandals. Our aim was to create something that evoked emotion and connected with the local population. Avas Play, in partnership with Swiggy, created Bogh Ghore, which translates to Bogh came home. We all know how sacred Bogh is for the devotees, and through this campaign, we delivered Bogh to over 600 indisposed senior citizens who couldn't visit the pandals. The aim was to capture the activity in a digital film and release it on the last day of Durga Puja, which also happened to be World Elderly Day. From collaborating with Durga Puja pandals to prepare the Bogh to identifying ailing senior citizens in old age homes, and through RWA partnerships, we leveraged the strong network of Swiggy delivery executives to create an end-to-end delivery system. The heartfelt activity was captured in a 4-minute long film, which was released on Swiggy's YouTube channel on the last day of Pujo. The video hit 1 million views in just 6 days, but the real win was the innumerable blessings we received from everyone who heard of the campaign. Here is the campaign AV for you.
Durga Puja is a festival that's considered by the Bengalis as the highest form of worship offered to Ma Durga. And more importantly, Bogh, the lunch served at the famous pandals that come up during the Durga Puja festival of Kolkata, is considered a blessing from the goddess. Over the years, hopping from one pandal to another, seeking the blessings of goddess Durga, has evolved into a ritual that's deeply ingrained in the minds of a Bengali. During Puja of the year 2022 was the first time Durga Puja, pandals and life itself returned to normal after a pandemic affect 2021. Every year, while the younger generation returned to the pandal to be a part of the festivities, one section of the society was not to be seen in great numbers. The elderly crowd of Kolkata, who couldn't make it to the pandals due to health and other reasons. If the elderly crowd couldn't go to the pandals and enjoy the Bogh, which they religiously hold close to their hearts, Swiggy decided to take the Bogh from the pandals to wherever the elders lived. Swiggy decided to call it Bogh Ghore. And for the first time in the long history of Durga Puja celebrations, the blessings of Ma Durga was delivered home with a prayer. The idea spread like a wildfire. Before we knew it, even the homemakers doing home puja offered their Bogh to the elders. The idea became a hot topic of discussion at every pandal of Kolkata. Through the initiative, Swiggy home delivered the blessings of Ma Durga to over 600 elderly citizens in Kolkata. What's more, the video uploaded on YouTube garnered over 1 million views in just 6 days.
Thank you for your time, judges.
Thank you. And the next presentation is Tata Salt.
Hi everyone. Is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start.
Okay, your time starts now. All the best.
थैंक यू। शराब बंद करें, आपसे निवेदन है। मम्मी के स्टमक में डॉटर होती है तो उन्हें क्यों मारा जाता है? स्टमक क्यों गिराया जाता है? प्लीज आंसर। मेरे घर में 2-2 दिन तक पानी क्यों नहीं आता है? Why girls commit suicide after rape? And the most prevalent, why is there still difference between a girl and a boy? We received 80,000 such questions that made us introspect. Are we really moving forward as a society? Hi, my name is Sakshi, presenting to you Desh ke liye har sawal uthe. Tata Salt Desh Ka Namak for generations has proudly endorsed its key purpose of unlocking a child's performance to unlock nation's performance. As adults, years of conditioning makes us accept reality and almost treat current situations as normal. A study has revealed that by the age of 25, only 7% of the population even questions the people in power. On the other hand, Children's minds are often blank canvases. Their opinions are unbiased and unfiltered, but the questions asked by them often remain unanswered. Parents and teachers avoid answering these questions as they do not want to expose them to harsh realities or they lack access to right resources. But most often, adults are influenced by their own prejudice. So we launched Har Sawal Uthega, a platform empowering children to share their thoughts and ideas, where we could listen to the realities and, most importantly, answer their questions. In the process, we realized that COVID had only increased digital ad clutter with a minimum exposure of 93 comms per day. ना तो वो अपनी बात बोल पाते और ना हम सुन पाते, making it imperative for us to touch real lives of children. And school is the only place where we could collectively engage with children without any barriers, fostering an environment where their unique perspectives and voices can be heard. Using these insights, our campaign was structured in 2 phases. In phase 1, we onboarded platforms to drive mass reach and awareness, giving scale to the campaign. But given the size of a brand, it was not a task of one city or one market. Therefore, in phase 2, we reached out to 630 plus schools across 30 cities, where we engaged and interacted with 5.3 lakh children. On Republic Day, the questions posed by these children were then published on mass platforms, ensuring that our nation hears them loud and clear.
Tata Salt Desh Ka Namak has become a brand synonymous with trust and purity. Its association of empowering children to unlock the nation's performance has been long established. This year, we wanted to pass on the baton. We wanted children to tell us how to empower the country and the society. We built our campaign Har Sawal Uthega to provide a platform to children to share their real, unfiltered and unbiased thoughts. The issues that bothered them, the societal norms they wanted to question, the future they wanted to see. We wanted to make them believe that their simple thoughts have the power to change the nation. The campaign journey was built in 2 phases. First phase aimed at garnering mass awareness with platforms like TV, print, YouTube, Meta. In the second phase, we went to 630 plus schools in 30 cities and reached 5.3 lakh children.
भारत में रहने वाले ऐसे काफी सारे बच्चे उनमें टैलेंट की कमी नहीं है पर पैसे ना होने के चलते वो अच्छे स्कूल में अपना एडमिशन नहीं करा पा रहे हैं, पढ़ नहीं पा रहे हैं।
दिल्ली में गवर्नमेंट स्कूल है, उन सब में बहुत अच्छी तरक्कियां है, लेकिन जितने भी उत्तर प्रदेश में उनमें बिल्कुल भी तरक्कियां नहीं है।
और मेरे गांव में बिजली की समस्या क्यों है? गांव में बिजली क्यों नहीं आती है? दारू क्यों बंदी हो रही है? इस वजह से बहुत सारे परिवार उजड़ रहे हैं, इस वजह से दारू को बैन करा जाए।
By the SC caste was not getting equal respect.
Local celebrities and RJs also went to these schools to encourage them to speak their minds. The campaign was culminated on Republic Day to drive the change we were aiming for. Questions were live telecasted on the Republic Day parade, building a sense of pride amongst both children and their parents. Similarly, local ads on print and on HT website showcased children's questions along with their name and the city dynamically, where people from Patna could see Princey's name. Hosting these questions on regional and national platforms sparked a debate, and we trended on number 2 on Twitter. Each of these participating children were awarded with a certificate encouraging them to sustain their passion.
The campaign aided 8% growth in primary volumes, exceeding benchmarks of the last 3 years, and improved penetration by 70 BPS. We witnessed growth across key top funnel parameters, but our most important feat lies in the fact that we ensured all questions are treated with equal importance and are addressed by key policymakers like IAS and IPS officers. They even promised to include relevant ideas in future policy making. Social workers in smaller cities were also roped in to answer these questions. Schools confirmed that conversations around taboo topics like menstruation would be encouraged more freely. National and regional media outlets recognized our campaign for the social impact it was creating. The brand's social media presence grew by 141%. Most importantly, we were able to address all the tasks we set to achieve. One single campaign cut across the diversity of our country while ensuring that we ignited 1 million more minds and demonstrating that brands with purpose will lead societal change. Well, this is just the beginning. Let us inspire more children to question the status quo, sparking their curiosity and shaping a brighter future. Thank you.
Thank you. And the next presentation is Asian Paints Floor Guard.
Can you hear me? And is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay, let me know when do I start.
Yeah, your time starts now. All the best.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Savio Thomas taking you through the case on how Asian Paints beautified the largest Pokelam. A place known by one simple saying that echoes throughout the country and stays true to its meaning. Kerala. It is a state steeped in tradition, a stronghold of culture, the capital of contradiction and driven by passion. Passion for their culture, passion for their politics, and passion for their sports. In a market such as Kerala, with this impressive literacy rate of over 90%, combined with deep-rooted culture, the consumers have a strong mindset. This is also reflected in their daily lifestyle and homes of these consumers. They are like the eclectic of the world, and they believe in their ways of living. In this market scenario of strong consumer mindset and unwavering resistance, we took on a monumental challenge, launching Apex Floor Guard. Our mission to stir the hearts with the simple truth: your outdoor floors deserve to be beautiful. We deep dove into this consumer and identified core barriers that needed to overcome. First one being the opinion leaders or the cultural gatekeepers. Without their consent, our entry was impossible. Second was the trade ecosystem, dominated by the next door neighbor, their good old friend, and their confidant when it comes to which paint to choose. Finally, the value for money Malayali, who needed an inspiration to paint their floors. To tackle the cultural barriers, we use the TV protagonist and anchors as our brand messengers. Next, we created a unique way of selling. We devised a historic event involving the local celebrities and included government officials that excited the dealers, painters, and contractor community. Finally, to inspire the money-conscious consumers, we associated with Onam, where people are ready to spend on decor. Let's look at a few glimpses of the historical event created.
This is Kerala, God's own country. A place filled with rich culture and heritage. This richness of Kerala is often mirrored in its homes and families. And the people of Kerala take great pride in maintaining the beauty of their homes. Asian Paints recognize the sentiment attached to the homes of every Keralite. Individuals often overlook the importance of beautifying their floors along with their walls. Asian Paints acknowledges this concern and brought Floor Guard, a product designed to improve the appearance and durability of floors. But how? What better occasion to celebrate the floors than during Onam, the grandest festival in Kerala? By decorating floors with Pookalam to greet the king, Mahabali. We started off by taking a 55,000 square feet floor, Asian Paints Floor Guard played a crucial role in preparing the floors for the Pookalam festivities. Flowers were being prepared for the grandest Pookalam. Designs were being crafted with a massive workforce involved. The task of creating a memorable welcome for the king began. The floor started coming to life with the help of 500 plus people. The king received a majestic welcome on a beautiful floor. This grand celebration started with the traditional Onam festivities, with cultural performances and culminating with the Onam Sadhya. This attracted not only locals but numerous influencers and government dignitaries. It sparked conversations and was aired live by Kerala's leading channels, Flowers TV and 24 News, with many locals joining in the festivities. The floor celebration also garnered attention across print, radio.
ബ്രേക്കിംഗ് ന്യൂസ് 40,000 സ്ക്വയർ ഫീറ്റിൽ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ പൂക്കളമിട്ട് ഏഷ്യൻ പെയിന്റ്സ് അപെക്സ് ഫ്ലോ ഗാർഡ് ലിംക ബുക്ക് ഓഫ് റെക്കോർഡ്സിൽ കയറിയിരിക്കുകയാണ്.
And digital platforms, marking of a historic event. Our endeavor to beautify floors through the celebration made history by securing recognition from Limca and the Book of India records. This is how Asian Paints got floors back to life.
Let us look at the results. The campaign reached out to 6.8 million Keralites, and mind you, only through PR, clocking a staggering 78% brand recall. The campaign garnered PR valuation of over 1.32 crores for the brand. We involved our brand advocates, our dealers, into this grand celebration, making them an essential component. You may ask, why is the idea a winner? We elevated Kerala's cherished festival to new levels of beauty, seamlessly integrated our brand's utility into the celebration. We achieved a historic milestone by creating the largest Pookalam, recognized in both Limca Book of Records and India Book of Records. But what did we really change? Rather than relying on traditional advertising, we went on to celebrate the culture with the people. Instead of showcasing the communication, we showcased a record-breaking proof of concept. From persuading the consumer to changing the perception of the consumer. And most importantly, we got the consumers to include the outdoor floors as part of their home renovation. Thank you.
Hi, let me know if I can start. So, can someone just confirm if I can begin with my presentation?
Sandeep, please help.
Yes.
They can start.
Yeah, you can start. All the best.
Thank you. India is a land full of festivals, more than any other in the world. These are some of the big ones that bring families and communities together. While every festival has its own way of celebration, there is one behavior that is common amongst them all. It's gifting. Exchanging gifts is a phenomena which we all have been indulging in for years, almost like a ritual. And then there is a box of assorted chocolates that has been an enabler in making all these moments a little extra meetha. Cadbury celebrations. This has made Cadbury celebrations synonymous with festive gifting over the years. However, our biggest strength has also been our biggest challenge. With almost 70% of sales coming in the festive periods, there is heavy reliance on these occasions, which are time-bound. This constricts the brand to grow all year round. This is where we saw the need to pivot from being just a festive gifting brand to an all year round gifting one. To take on this challenge, we conducted extensive consumer immersions, which revealed 3 potential occasions: anniversaries, birthdays, and professional achievements. And amongst the 3, with 65% all year round gifting hinging on this one event, birthdays emerged as a clear winner, being relevant across age groups and more repetitive than any other occasions. And a common phenomena across the globe is that there is only one birthday song with the same lyrics, with the same music, and the same tone. Keeping these insights in mind, we identified 3 key pillars to lay the foundations of our campaign: personalization, unique experiences, and generative AI. And for the first time ever, anywhere in the world, we combined 4 generative AI tools: AI-generated lyrics, AI-composed music, AI-generated vocals, and real-time generation of personalized songs to create a platform that transforms the bland, templatized, and decades-old birthday song into a personalized experience. Presenting to you Cadbury Celebration's My Birthday Song. Here's a quick demo of the amazing tech and the experience we created.
Cadbury Celebrations presents My Birthday Song, a personalized birthday song for everyone. That's so cool! We now help you gift more than just chocolate for every birthday. We used 4 generative AI tools to generate a happy birthday song. AI-generated lyrics, AI-composed music, AI-generated vocals, real-time generation of personalized songs. Scan the QR code on the pack or log on to www.cadburymybirthdaysong.com and fill in the details. Tell us why the person is special. Generate personalized lyrics. Choose a genre.
Happy birthday.
Choose a singer. And gift a special, personalized happy birthday song. Made just for your loved ones.
Happy birthday, Tintuji. Happy birthday, Tintuji.
The candles make a wish today. Happy birthday, Martin, in every single way. The night, happy birthday, Amir. Let's raise a toast to the moon.
Tinku hai, aaj party hai. Aaj teri birthday party hai.
With this interesting tech, we wanted to do something more special where the gifter could make the giftee feel like a celebrity. And we did that by creating the first ever AI-driven birthday experience in cinemas with PVR Inox. As going for a movie with your close ones on their birthdays has always been a popular choice in India. And for the first time ever, a branded AI experience was seamlessly integrated into a ticket booking application that enabled the gifter to share a personalized birthday wish for their loved ones on the big screen. And now here's a glimpse of the experience and the magic we created.
Happy birthday to Shruti, my colleague and friend. You're always witty and quick with a quip, and low traffic jams make you anxious and tense. The flowers and sky are always blue.
Yo, Pinchu, it's your day, let's celebrate. Happy birthday, Karan, you're so great. And it's reading tracks, you love the thrill. With every challenge, you show your skill. Rotating strong, we stick together tight. Through thick and thin, we shine in the light.
Make your loved one's movie time special with a personalized birthday song. Book tickets from the PVR app or website and get started.
The impact extended far beyond the cinema halls with the experience video that garnered 2 million impressions and 70 plus screens across India where 1 lakh movie buffs celebrated birthdays, making the giftee feel like a celebrity. Furthermore, the initiative was covered by esteemed publication, which drove 99% positive sentiment and interactions. All these led to significant improvement in brand consideration scores, up by 24 points, leading to immediate inflection in business by almost 10%. This campaign is a masterpiece, as cinema for the very first time was enabled by generative AI experience without any extra cost or efforts for the consumer. बर्थडेज तो सबको अच्छे लगते हैं और जब कुछ अच्छा हो जाए तो कुछ मीठा हो जाए. So if you haven't tried it yet, just scan the QR code on the screen and create your own unique song for your next birthday celebrations. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next presentation, Neutralite.
Hi, just give me a moment to share my screen.
Sure.
Is my screen visible without the presenter notes?
Yes.
Great, okay. I'm ready
But
to
you
start.
haven't shared the sound of your computer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just 1 second. Hold on. Sorry, it's just taking a second to load. I hope it's time now.
Yeah.
Great, okay.
Ready?
Ready, yes.
Yeah. Your time starts now. All the best.
Okay. Good afternoon, members of the jury, and welcome to my cooking show. My name is Vaishnavi Nair, and आज मैं ऐसी एक campaign बनाने वाली हूँ जो आपने पहले कभी देखी नहीं होगी. A campaign that's not just innovative but also immersive, inclusive, and interactive. And with me, I have my two co-chefs, Sanjeev Kapoor, who is a real heartthrob of every Indian middle-aged homemaker. I'm sure both you and I have seen at least one auntie in our family who's absolutely obsessed with him and inspired by his recipes. And the other, Neutralite, a brand dedicated to breaking the monotony of everyday cooking for our moms. Now, while Sanjeev Kapoor and Neutralite have always inspired our homemakers to try new recipes and new ways of cooking, today's homemaker is facing a new challenge. It's not just inspiration with recipes, that's what she's seeking, right? It's also a serious lack of inspiration in content and content formats. While different industries took Gen Z and millennials to new ways of experiencing their interests with new formats of content, the decision maker of our household, she's always left behind to watch the same old cooking shows. So to bridge this gap, we had to help her break the monotony. Now, when you and I as creatives, when we're stuck in a rut, the solution is so simple, right? Kuch naya try karte. So we followed the same formula. We gave her a new place to share her recipes, a new space to experience them, and her heartthrob in a whole new avatar. And by doing so, we didn't just increase brand saliency, but also increased brand consideration and consideration for content. We built the first ever cookery show on the Metaverse, Nutraverse. Now, since homemakers were always left behind and didn't know how to navigate the space, we brought in a familiar face, Sanjeev Kapoor, and we created a digital avatar of him to guide them through this entire alien universe. And to keep the delight factor at an all-time high, we made sure that navigating this entire scenario was as seamless as whipping up a family favorite. It was meticulously designed with user-friendliness as a top priority, offering step-by-step guidance, visual aids, clear instructions, and intuitive design elements. We ensured that homemakers felt comfortable and excited while exploring the Nutraverse. Now, technology and engagement were a top priority in every phase of the user journey. So to kick the campaign off, we didn't just have teaser posts, but Sanjeev Kapoor's digital avatar came and invited homemakers to participate in the Nutraverse through social media. And to avoid any spillage, we then targeted audiences using GWI and TGI. We targeted homemakers aged 35 to 55, targeting the top 30% HHI with a handset value of over 10K to ensure seamless streaming and gameplay. And we also ensured that the homemaker is someone who is interested in consuming content around recipes and cooking. And we also included Wi-Fi and VPN users as a metric. Now, Sanjeev Kapoor then invited the audience to share their recipes on a dedicated microsite under 3 categories: healthy breakfast, quick fix snacks, and regional delicacies. And winners were then determined through an audience vote. And we got that audience by partnering with influencers and mom communities to spread the word. Now, for the first time ever, homemakers had an avenue to explore their interests. Nutraverse came to life. The virtual space featured a selfie booth. There were gaming arenas, there were other engaging activities, transforming it into a fully immersive experience that was similar to an on-ground event. For many, this marked their first encounter with the metaverse. And before the winners were announced on the Nutraverse, Chef Sanjeev Kapoor himself in his digital avatar amazed the audience with a variety of dishes created in real time within the Nutraverse, immersing them in a unique first-person experience like never before. Let's see how the experience unfolded.
2022, the year a huge chunk of our population eloped to another universe, the metaverse. The fashion industry was innovating, the sports industry was changing. Music concerts now had a new venue, and everyone was invited, except them, the homemakers. Neutralite wanted to change this for its audience and also build brand consideration. Cooking has been one of the key passion points of our audience. This became our hook to guide the audience into the alien universe. We then brought in India's most loved chef, Sanjeev Kapoor, and created his digital avatar. And so was born the world's first live cookery show on the metaverse, the Nutraverse. After decades, a homemaker could break a monotonous cycle of watching boring recipe videos on YouTube. Using TGI and GWI, we analyzed online behavior and media consumption to precisely target homemakers likely to engage in the Nutraverse, minimizing any audience spillage. We then got our master chef to invite these women with their iconic recipes to the Nutraverse. This immersive experience was elevated with healthy and tasty recipes, fun games, and a selfie booth with Sanjeev Kapoor. The results were massive. Over 18.5 million homemakers experienced the metaverse, setting a world record. The campaign reached more than 26.1 million people, and a whopping 1,100 unique recipes were received more than 32,000 votes. Food influencers' real-time updates amplified the campaign's reach. Brand search surged by 93% and earned PR worth 6.1 million rupees. But beyond that, we fostered inclusivity within a technology that always isolated the most important decision makers, the homemakers. 2020.
So that was a first of its kind experience that brought these amazing results. Over 26 million impressions, 93% increase in brand search, and 62% increase in brand engagement, and a world record. And that is how we included and indulged homemakers and broke the monotony of everyday cooking content. Thank you.
Thank you. Next presentation, Cadbury Dairy Milk Silk.
Yeah. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes. Let me just. Are my notes visible, or is it only the screen that's visible?
No, we can't see your notes.
Okay. So let me know when I can start.
Yeah. You can start. All the best.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Krishna Raj, aka Raj, and I'm here to talk about a campaign that redefined Valentine's Day forever. So, as we are concluding with the day one of the presentations, And you must have come across a lot of Gen Z presentations. So we thought we just do a mic check, or let's do a vibe check around Gen Zs. So let's know how many of these terms do you actually know. Obviously, we can't do all of them. Riz is in short charisma. Like it's basically people like me who are having that charismatic attitude. Situationship is not like friendship, but it's also not like relationship. Simp is someone who's trying too hard to impress others. Is just like all other presenters are like simping for that MV trophy. And BAE or BAE stands for the people who are like best friends and they come before anyone else. BAE is also a term that perfectly sums up with Gen Z's and relationship with Silk. Silk as a brand has always been synonymous with love and Valentine's Day for Gen Zs. By asking them, how far will you go for love? The message has been resonated extremely well for the brand. As we have continued to dial up on the same and kept inspiring Gen Zs every year with innovative ways to help them go far for love. However, it's just not us who has evolved. With us, Gen Zs have evolved too, and so have their definitions of everything from friendship to love. Gen Zs, being the most digitally active generation, have an average screen time of over 8 hours a day, which is resulting into unreal influence of the influencers. Which is, even in love, the relationship becomes situationship, giving it a very fluid definition. But everything has a price, and Gen Zs are paying a heavy one, as they have their challenges of their own. The always connected generation lives under the constant pressure of comparison. And to add to that, to the low self-esteem and unrealistic expectations by trying to emulate their favorite influencers. And finally, the fluid definitions of romance lead to heartbreaks, which make them fear rejections. And most of them don't know how to even face it. As a brand that has always stood for the expression of healthy love, we decided to do a bit for the Gen Zs. But the easiest way to get ghosted by a Gen Z is to ask them a very unsolicited, is to give them a very unsolicited advice, and they really hate it. However, there is a time of the year which they are actively seeking for all the sort of advices and tips. Obviously, that is Valentine's Day. We see that Gen Zs go crazy searching for tips for making their Valentine's Day special and memorable, and that is where Silk came into the picture. Presenting to you Silk's unforgettable love tips. We communicated with Gen Zs when they are most receptive, leveraging the faces who influence them, and also to talk to them about what they are seeking. On the Gen Z lingo, basically we communicated with them in their zone by bringing in the Riz and matching their vibe. Influencers in various interest groups were used to customize these tips that were talking about the experiences that couples can plan during the Valentine's Day. For example, we associated with Prajakta Kohli, aka Mostly Sane, for DIY tips. For music, we partnered with Arman Malik, who is an ardent Gen Z followers and has been rated as one of the top artists when it comes to romantic music. And for hardcore travel enthusiasts, we collaborated with Bruce Passports, who are known for their quintessential travel content. And we brought the magic alive by personalizing the entire experience. We not only personalize the communications by associating with variety of influencers, but also use the best-in-class data practices to personalize their landing page. Here's the glimpse of the entire campaign.
Every year as Valentine's Day nears, a crazy search begins for dating tips, gifting tips, and proposal tips. But no one prepares these young hearts for rejection. This leads to obsessive behavior and unhealthy love. Cadbury Silk, the chocolate that stands for young love, wanted this Valentine's Day to be about healthy love. Cadbury Silk presents Unforgettable Love Tips. We introduced a special silk pack. You could scan this pack to hear unique romantic tips from Gen Z's favorite creators, but with a twist.
Do you want to make the cutest proposal? Choose a super unique message and place it on one of their favorite things. But wait, what if they say no to your proposal? It'll hurt, but here's a way to cope with that.
Surprise them with your moves by learning the tango or the salsa to their favorite songs. But wait, what if they don't want to dance with you? Feel like insisting on that dance? Here are some ways they'll help you see why you shouldn't.
We matched every romantic tip with a tip to handle rejection. with the help of Minds Foundation, a mental health NGO for young adults. Using social listening tools, we deployed the curated love tips and healthy love tips across cohorts, across 200 plus cities, with an extensive awareness campaign. This Valentine's Day, Cadbury Silk is making Gen Z see that nothing is more romantic than respecting consent and boundaries. Because Cadbury Silk believes
Only healthy love
Only healthy love
is true love.
Cadbury Silk, unforgettable love tips.
The campaign was a huge success. The campaign helped attract 7.7 million visitors to the microsite, generating over 500,000 healthy love tips at an engagement rate of with twice the industry benchmark. And we also collected 1.75 million first-party data, which we could leverage for the future campaigns. The campaign did wonders for the brand, with 30% jump in the spot awareness, 8% jump in the consideration scores, and 2.1x lift in the message association. The campaign saw 22% growth in the pack sales, and which helped in increasing the revenue of 15%, which helping clocking the biggest ever Valentine's Day for Silk. But most importantly, we could contribute a bit in driving the culture of healthy love within Gen Zs, and introduce a new term in the Gen Z lingo and in the Gen Z dictionary of healthy love. Thank you.
Thank you. We are done with the category. We have one more category with two entries. The category name is MV for Responsible Advertising Privacy. Presentation duration will be 7 minutes, and first presentation is from WhatsApp. You ready?
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Can I start?
Yeah. All the best.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Azhar Sheikh, and I'm here to tell you all how WhatsApp changed India's perception of privacy. What comes to your mind when you see these faces? Emojis, right? Well, these are not just emojis. These are emotions: happiness, anxiety, anger, and excitement. Everyone goes through a spectrum of emotions every day. And whether you are an expressive person or someone like me who hesitates in expressing openly, we all have that one place of comfort to convey our true feelings with our loved ones. That's WhatsApp, the app we trust. Concerns about privacy heightened from 2020 due to regulations and negative media trends, making the users feel that their privacy was at stake. Since 2022, the brand has worked towards reshaping the perceptions by introducing interlocking layers of protection. Hence, in 2023, WhatsApp's goal was to maintain momentum, keeping privacy of the user at the center. The objective of our campaign was to showcase how the interlocking layers gives the privacy control back to the users and to enhance usage of the privacy features, eventually establishing WhatsApp as a credible and private platform. We faced a twofold challenge. First, to identify privacy-concerned users, and second, to effectively reach them. With the help of our proprietary tool, Pace Panel, we classified our audiences into distinct cohorts: critics for privacy-conscious users, promoters for those confident of their online data, and neutrals for those falling in between. We identified right signals to target critics and neutrals and divided our multimedia campaign into 3 phases. In the awareness phase, we focused on reach through TV and digital along with impact for the hero creative. In consideration phase, we showcased shorter edits to build frequency. Additionally, cinema and outdoor were deployed to amplify campaign visibility. In the enhanced usage phase, feature-led messaging continued across mediums along with activation at Gateway of India to reinforce education and encourage feature usage, we unlocked key partnerships. Let me explain you all how we leveraged our partnership in the usage phase to give the privacy control back to the users through WhatsApp feature promotion. Recognizing our audience's passion points, two key takeaways emerged: a collective love for sports and a desire for authentic content. While cricket is the most loved sport, football and hockey were gaining prominence. Star Sports, a natural fit reflecting our audience's passion, became a partner. To emphasize the importance of privacy, we partnered with relevant athletes, breaking away from scripted content norms. Let's look at how we brought this to life.
WhatsApp says India's new law challenges the right to privacy.
WhatsApp has been at the center of privacy conversations in India. However, concerns arose with regards to online data privacy, resulting in a drop of brand trust despite rising users and usage. The brand wanted to play front foot in communicating their 9 privacy features and strengthen its perception by empowering every WhatsApp user to assert control over their own privacy. Indian audiences have long grappled with privacy concerns like hiding phones, OTPs, hacking, and holding back expression due to content permanence. We used our tool Pace Panel to categorize these audiences based on their interests. 2 key takeaways emerged: a collective love for sports and a desire for authentic content. While cricket remained a favorite, football and hockey were gaining prominence too. We further identified a media partner who could cover the length and breadth of sports in India while having a massive base of our audience. Star Sports hence emerged as the right fit to create authentic sports content. We then created a 4-part strategic model to identify these influencers, considering audience demographics, content engagement, relevance, and unique privacy stories, giving birth to WhatsApp Privacy Unplugged. The Privacy Unplugged series featured athletes such as Rishabh Pant, Shreyas Iyer, Jemima Rodrigues, Gurpreet Singh Sandhu, and Rani Rampal, who went beyond the scripted content norms. In times where media intrusion threatens privacy of these athletes, WhatsApp enabled them to show their fans how they keep their privacy intact.
Give them the phone. Can you please record this? In fact, WhatsApp का chat log feature आया है, तो मैं किसी को भी बेफिक्र phone देती हूँ. Hello boss, can you please record my read?
Strategically timed 90-second videos were created to maximize engagement across all assets. Each piece of content armed our viewers to control their privacy. The campaign received love nationwide. 144 million people were reached 1 billion plus times with 70 million plus views. The videos received 72,000 mentions and 1.2 million shares. Kantar's findings confirm that the campaign was a tremendous success. Strategic athlete selection, partner choice, and ad formats contributed to the campaign's success. The brand earned positive recognition from the world media and transformed public's perception of privacy.
Last minute.
As you have seen in the AV, we have skillfully unlocked partnerships to establish WhatsApp as a credible and private platform. These results for feature awareness and key association highlight the success of a carefully executed, impactful media strategy. To conclude, all brands need to be responsible when it comes to users' privacy, and the testament to this is Emvies recognizing the crucial role of privacy in safeguarding consumers this year with the introduction of this category. And WhatsApp, with an unwavering commitment to privacy at the core, has successfully empowered users to take control over their privacy through this campaign. Thank you.
Thank you. And last presentation for the day, Castrol Auto Service.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Just going to share my screen.
Okay.
Okay, is it visible?
Yes.
Sorry, just a second. I'll move into presentation mode. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Can I start?
you can start. All the best.
Paul Auto Garage in Koramangala, Bangalore, Galaxy Auto Garage in Edapalli, Kochi, Munna Motors in Bandra, Mumbai. The list goes on. India has close to 1 lakh of these local Munna garages across the country that constitute the unorganized car service sector. And these Munna garages were identified as the next big growth stream for Castrol, as they saw an opportunity to partner with them and win share in the unorganized car service sector. Castrol launched CAS, an auto service program where they tied up with 18,000 local garages across the country. They upskilled the mechanics and offered their brand credibility to these garages. Overall, it was a win-win situation for all stakeholders. Car owners got expert service. Garage owners got higher incomes with more cars to service. More cars to service meant more lubricant sales for Castrol, thus creating a new growth stream for them. Now, having built these partnerships, the media task was to identify car owners outside of OEM warranty and drive leads to CAS service centers. We did the math and needed to reach 16 million audiences to get approximately 2 lakh leads. Thus, we deployed a full-fledged performance campaign that was built and bred on data. And it was this data that was going to power the campaign to success. But with great power comes great responsibility. Therefore, we came up with the FBI framework to protect the data and ensure privacy via a safe and secure campaign deployment. Let the AV tell you all about this framework.
Having empowered Munna garages, we needed to drive leads to ensure campaign success. We ran a performance-based campaign to collect leads that came in the form of PII data. It was this data that would power our campaign to success.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Therefore, we crafted FBI, a safe and secure framework to handle the data responsibly. F, find the right audience. B, backend that is robust and secure. I, interact safely. Finding the right audience. We started with intent audiences who were searching for car service on Google via keywords such as car servicing near me, best car service center, etc. and negating OEM keywords. Further, we leveraged deterministic signals of users who were renewing their car insurance on digital wallets like PhonePe and Paytm. Truecaller gave us audiences who were interacting with local garages, while auto portals gave us data of recent second-hand car purchasers. To broaden the bucket, we added relevant interest-based audiences from Meta and Google. Having secured the right audiences, we then used a DSP to connect with them across the web, where all our ads were IAS tagged. IAS controlled the brand safety, ad fraud, and viewability of the ad, ensuring a secure campaign deployment that delivered safe audiences and no bots or malware. We went one step further by using pre-bid tags to prevent our ads from being served on unsafe content rather than post-bid tags than simply reported. B, backend that is robust and secure. We built a secure lead management system to collect and store data. Data from all sources were OTP verified and directly sent to our LMS via APIs in an encrypted format without any human intervention. Instead of the regular HTTP protocol, we used SSL-certified HTTPS protocol to ensure complete encryption between the landing page and LMS. Our UTM URLs passed on only the required data for attribution and optimization and hid sensitive data. Finally, the entire system was tested using the globally recommended vulnerability assessment and penetration test to identify issues, if any. The campaign only started once all VAPT parameters were cleared. I, interact safely. Once the leads came into our LMS, they were immediately pushed to our call center. The call center agents were only fed with information necessary for personalized and effective communication. Sensitive data was masked. In this manner, just like the Federal Bureau of Investigation ensures the safety and security of individuals, our FBI framework ensured the security of users acquired during this campaign and delivered them safely in numbers.
Within 6 months, we reached 18 million car owners outside of OEM warranty, delivering more than 2.3 lakh leads, culminating into close to 12,000 cars being serviced, thus equating to approximately 12,000 odd Castrol cans being sold, delivering a business of 2 crore plus rupees, thus successfully opening up a new growth stream for Castrol. Now, there are several brands known for security: Godrej for home, WhatsApp communication, and for that matter, even Castrol for car engines. But here, we're talking about security of consumers in a media campaign. And this is exactly what Castrol did. Our campaign was not about preaching security or privacy, but practicing it. We built a secure framework in FBI the users of our gas campaign that ran on the open web, which is often plagued with bots, malware, and hackers fishing for data. Thus, we acted responsibly by just not focusing on business, but also on the privacy of our consumers. Thank you.
Thank you. With this presentation, we conclude the session. And all jury members, everyone, thank you very much for your patience and time. And Smita, would you like to take over?
Yeah, on behalf of the Advertising Club, we just thank you to all the jury members for your valuable time. Thanks a lot.